WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Today I have a single cask from an independent bottler here in Germany. It's the private bottling Mancarella, 18 years old. You see the 2001 behind here. Blended malt Scotch whiskey matured in a sherry butt. Joint bottling with Dine Whiskey. Dine is yourwhiskey.de. It's an independent whiskey bottler on a whiskey online shop over here from Sebastian. And this was distilled in August of 2001, bottled in December of 2019. Natural cask strength, also that's a very important word. Not just cask strength, but natural cask strength. A natural color and non-chilled filtered product, Scotland with 46.1%. So this cost me basically 90 euros, 89 euros 90 cents, and this has a whiskey base number of 160426. There's not a lot I know about it. I know it was a sherry butt. I know that it's cask number 7520, and I know that there's a total of 344 bottles. And that's it. So the name Mancarella is the last name of a guy named Dino Mancarella. I've not met him yet, but I'm sure I'm going to have the opportunity someday. And he's a little bit south of Stuttgart, so more between Frankfurt and down in the Swiss border. And he has a total of 14 bottlings so far. Now, we had a discussion in my Whiskey Tuber community live roundtable last night was when is a person an independent bottler? So I have my first cask that I bottled, but I used the label of the company and I put a sticker on it with my name. Am I an independent bottler? No. Now this guy, Dino, this is his 14th bottling of his 14th cask with his own label with his own name on it. So for me, he's definitely an independent bottler. So question of the day, what is an independent bottler? And I'm going to give you a very, very difficult thing to say because for me, Signatory Vintage is an independent bottler. Yet they own a distillery named Edredauer, and so they are the independent bottler of their own distillery. So it really gets confusing if you think about it, yeah? So basically for the people in the US, this is a store pick. All right, so the store put its own label on it and so on. We don't know where it came from. It doesn't say if it's a Speyside, if it's Highland, if it's Lowland. We just know it was sherry butt. The interesting thing is here, blended malt. It's not a blended Scotch, it's a blended malt Scotch. The same thing we have here with our Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker has 0 grain whiskey, so no column stills involved whatsoever. So this is 100% pot still malted barley that was used to create this, as well as this at different distilleries. My assumption means you make an ass of you and me, right? My assumption is this is a teaspoon whiskey. So maybe it might actually be a blend of different things, but I think it's a teaspoon whiskey. If a distillery doesn't want to put their name on it, they just put a teaspoon of something else in there, and that's not a blended Scotch malt. So a blended malt Scotch. Names. All right, so I'm going to compare this, of course. As you know, I love comparing, and I like comparing with something you can usually buy. For example, again, Glendronach 18. The Glendronach 18 and 18, 46.1, 46, 100% malted barley, 100% malted barley. 90 euros over here in Germany, about the same price at the moment. You can pay 5 euros less and you can pay 5 euros more for this bottling at the moment. So at least they're the very similar price range. So, and they were both in sherry. So this is Oloroso sherry, 100%, and this is just sherry butt. So, Benriach has a new rebranding, as you know, maybe. And of course, they now belong to Brown-Forman after Billy Walker sold them to Jack Daniels, basically. And Brown-Forman actually has plans, I've been told, to have rebranding also for this beautiful, beautiful Glendronach. And then Rachel might actually, oh, see, I still have the old bottle here. I still have Billy Walker's name on here. Rachel might actually have plans, or Billy Walker might have had plans because he's the person who did that 18 years ago. They might have had plans actually to change the recipe of the 18-year-old. Ooh, conspiracy, yay. just like they did with the 15-year-old that we have Pedro Jimenez and Oloroso in there. I know that's going to be something many people don't want, but we'll see what happens. It's not something I want, it's something I heard that might happen. So, all right, going back here to our Mancarella, 18-year-old. I'm getting a little bit more of an espresso, a little bit of a coffee bean moment, which I'm not a fan of. I'm getting very, very dark, like 80% percent chocolate. Not the best thing, and a little bit of wood on the nose. Oh, by the way, this smells a whole lot more silky and smooth and rounded. There's a whiff more of an alcohol type of bite in there. Oh, I could actually bathe in Glendronach 18 if I was allowed to. And I'd probably die trying to drink the bathtub empty. I get fruitiness, which I don't get here. I get the raisins. I don't get the raisins here. I get chocolate, wood, and a little bit of espresso. All right, let's try them. 46%, 46.1% natural cask strength after 18 years. Wow, the astringency of this whiskey is definitely there. It's bitter for me, coffee bitter, dark chocolate bitter, a little bit of tobacco leaves, a little bit of cigar tobacco leaves in there, but it doesn't have it has a very, very drying moment. The saliva from my mouth has been sucked out of my mouth. Not what I'm looking for today, to be very, very honest. There are going to be people out there, maybe a cigar. This might actually be the perfect cigar whiskey that people. I don't smoke. I'm not a cigar person at all. But I could imagine if someone was a cigar person, that this would actually cut through that cigar moment and actually be a wonderful thing here together with that. It reminds me a little bit of the Dalmore cigar malt I had, which I didn't like either, and then I gave it to someone else, or he bought the rest of the bottle for me, and he thoroughly enjoyed it with his cigar. So, Glendronach 18 is just such a pleasure. Oh, you klein little tiny transitions in there the whole time. And towards the end, there's a nice, wonderful, dark, chocolate-covered raisins. And I don't get that over here. I get chocolate-covered coffee beans, to be honest. Dark chocolate, milk chocolate. So much better. So much better. So, just a few drops of water to see if something happens, if it opens up a little bit. No real change. A tiny bit sweeter. Oh, and now there's that coffee beans again. It's going to get a C- from me because it's not my flavor profile. It's not in my wheelhouse. Value for money. Good question. 18-year-old blended malt Scotch. I think it actually is a C- as well. It's not a bad price in the 90 euros. You're going to pay 90 euros for an 18-year-old whiskey at the moment. Even if it's teaspooned, a single cask, you like the sherry here, you're not going to be disappointed about what it has if you like to have that dark, bitter coffee, tobacco, cigar moment. That's going to be it. If you want more of a milk chocolate raisin delight, go over to the Glendronach 18 and you will not be disappointed, I promise. Great, great stuff. Yeah, question of the day was, of course, here, what is an independent bottler? Starting when? And the second question is, what is your favorite 18-year-old whiskey? And maybe we can make it a little bit more exact. What is your favorite 18-year-old sherry whiskey? For me, it would definitely be the Glendronach 18. It's tough to beat that one. All right, thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, tell others. Maybe hit the little button down below, ring the bell, as I say. You can share this on social media if you'd like. And you can always contact me at whiskyjason@gmail.com or write a comment down below. I do answer all the comments. Wow. It might take a week until I get to you, but I will answer, all right? Thank you very much for watching. Whiskey Jason here. Bye-bye.